My first instrument was piano, although also I played other instruments too, although not very well. Um, when I was in fourth grade, third or fourth grade, my mom, who taught at the school I went to, and the music teacher, Mrs. Cox, over at Cienega Elementary School, decided that I would play cello also. So I played cello badly until my cello teacher, a very renowned cello teacher named Eleanor Schoenfeld, told me that my fingers were like sausages. So I stopped. Well, I have three people who I consider my main teachers in music. One was my theory teacher, the first theory teacher that I got. Her name was Marianne Usler. And I was about 16 years old, and I had taught myself to play the piano at age 14, you know, and was running up and down with pentatonic scales and with like fourth chords and stuff like that. But I kind of wore it proudly that I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I learned all this and I didn't even know what I was doing, you know. And she told me, well, all that stuff you're doing, I'm going to teach you what it's called and what to call it, how to name it, and how to arrive at some things. And I thought, yeah, whatever, okay. It was the most important 2 years of my musical career. My voice broke. I want to. It was the most important 2 years of my musical education because it taught me principles and theory that I use today. And I also met a lifelong companion and musical brother, Larry Klein, in that theory class. And we were friends ever since. Then my second important teacher was a guy named Robert Lynn, who was a composer at USC. And he was my composition teacher. And he taught me really how to analyze compositions, classical music, and he let me include my jazz leanings and sensibilities into the music, and I learned how to make it, you know, congeal into an organic whole. So he was a great teacher, and probably the most important teacher to me was Freddie Hubbard. You know, Freddie Hubbard, and he didn't have a systemized way of teaching. He just taught by example. He taught by doing. I learned so much from comping him and learning how to play jazz on a high level. You know, he would always joke to the audience. He said, "Yeah, this is Billy Childs on piano. He got his bachelor's from USC, but he's getting his master's from me." When I teach, I try to teach students. Well, I always want to start from this place because I feel that there is, you know, this is necessary with the young students. When you hear somebody else play and they're incredible, you think, oh man, I could never do that, you know. How am I even going to get started, you know? And what they don't realize is that every new idea that they hear that this person did is a new discovery for them. So everything in their head that the listener is going to hear is going to be a new discovery for the listener. So I always teach people, I always tell people, first off, you have to have trust in your own voice and in your own hipness of your own ideas, you know. And then you start from that, and then you work like hell to learn the systems and the basic formulas and structures that have been tried and true over the courses of generations, you know, of jazz and classical or whatever it is. You know, you learn the rules, learn the rules if only to break them later. But you have to know what they are. Without any rules, you have no freedom, you know. Because if you just want to be free with no structure, you're not free. You're a slave to your own limitations. So you have to learn the rules, you know. Hi, I'm Billy Childs. For more videos, go to jazztimes.com.